that the producers, far left-wing activists in Hollywood, are turning on her, and Disney has canceled all of Rachel Zegler's appearances on their media platforms. Kind of tough.
And there is no resolution in sight for the Walt Disney Company when it comes to Snow White 2025 at the box office. This is exactly why Bob Iger, the Disney CEO, is in pure panic mode over not just the Rachel Zegler backlash, but the entire backlash surrounding this movie in general.
Disney is in full-blown panic mode over Snow White 2025. And at the center of the chaos, Rachel Zegler. What started as a highly anticipated live-action remake has spiraled into one of the most controversial projects in Disney's history. Months of backlash, industry fallout, and relentless fan outrage.
And just how once trusted critics that shilled for the Disney Company all the time, even they are beginning to turn their back against them. That's how bad this movie truly is. Even if you look at the IMDb rating score, that's when you really know how terrible this movie is and how it really hit rock bottom.
Have left the company scrambling for solutions. And now, in a stunning move, Disney has completely pulled the plug on all of Rachel Zegler's appearances across their media platforms. A sign that the studio is desperately trying to contain the damage.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Yeah.
But even more shocking, Disney has just announced that they are rebooting Snow White again. That's right. Before this version has even hit theaters, executives have already deemed it a lost cause.
After one hell of a PR tour, Disney's live-action Snow White is finally, I know, you were wondering.
According to insiders, the new remake is a direct response to the overwhelming negativity surrounding Zegler's take on the character. But how did we get here? Let's break it down. From the moment Rachel Zegler was cast as Snow White,
that despite my flaws and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
she's a good actress,
that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Wow. The ego on this girl is ridiculous.
Wow.
the project faced pushback. Some fans were skeptical, but Disney remained confident. That confidence didn't last. Everything changed when Zegler's interviews started going viral for all the wrong reasons. She mocked the original film, dismissing its love story as outdated and claiming,
and you have parents looking at Disney being like, what are you doing, guys? This is supposed to be a place where magic happens, and all you're doing is indoctrinating kids, and you're having this person be the poster child of the Democratic Party.
the prince was literally stalking her. Weird. We didn't do that this time. Audiences weren't having it. The 1937 Snow White is a beloved classic, the film that started Disney's entire animation empire. For many, hearing Zegler belittle the original felt like an attack on Disney's legacy. But it didn't stop there.
Look no further than what Disney is doing with their woke, DEI, feminist
Watch this
agenda.
shit.
During the film's promotional tour, Zegler's overconfident and dismissive attitude only made things worse. Comments like, "I just made this movie for myself. I don't really care about what people think. I deserve to be paid for every hour I work, even during interviews," quickly turned public perception against her. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were angry. Then came the trailer.
Tell me if this is attractive to you. Like, does this, imagine you invested into her being the face of the movie and she's the main character and she's trying to promote the movie. Would this make you want to go watch the movie?
If Disney had hoped it would turn things around, the exact opposite happened. Fans were horrified by the drastic changes to the story, the removal of iconic characters like the dwarfs, and the overall lack of Disney magic. Within days, hashtags like Not My Snow White and Boycott Disney trended for weeks, forcing the company into damage control mode.
She destroyed hundreds of millions of dollars worth of IP for Disney, but she also has destroyed her career and the careers of anybody.
Internally, Disney executives were stunned. Early test screenings had already hinted at trouble, but the sheer magnitude of the backlash was unexpected. Sources say that merchandise sales tied to the film were alarmingly low, with major retailers slashing prices just weeks after release. Reports from Disney's Consumer Products division indicate millions in unsold inventory, a financial hit the company cannot afford. As the storm worsened, even Disney's most loyal critics turned against them. Media outlets that once supported their live-action remakes began questioning their direction. For a company that has dominated the fairy tale genre for decades, this was nothing short of a crisis. Now, Disney is taking drastic action. They've announced a brand new Snow White reboot set to begin production in late 2025.
We'll still offend the dwarves, but we'll CGI dwarves. So we'll guarantee no employment for little people while getting rid of this other component that warranted CGI. It was the worst decision they could possibly make.
This version, they claim, will be a faithful adaptation of the 1937 classic, focusing on beloved characters, traditional storytelling, and the magic that made Disney great in the first place. The dwarfs will be back after massive backlash over their removal.
You could look at the fact that she has been sabotaging this film for years at this point, all in this sort of pursuit of entitlement.
The original songs will return, including Someday My Prince Will Come and Hi Ho. The classic romance will be restored after Zegler's version completely dismissed it. But the biggest sign that Disney is fully admitting failure?
Every way that Disney changed the story, it changed it for the worse.
They are completely distancing themselves from Rachel Zegler. Not only is she out of the franchise, but insiders say Disney wants nothing to do with her moving forward. Casting rumors suggest that Disney is now looking for an actress who embodies classic Hollywood elegance, someone with charm, grace, and vocal talent.
Absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
Not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming
So
about
she's gonna die.
true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
A stark contrast to Zegler, whose off-screen behavior became more talked about than the movie itself. Additionally, Disney is tightening its control over PR and media training. Sources claim that the studio wants to prevent another disaster, implementing strict guidelines for how actors discuss upcoming projects. But Zegler's downfall isn't just affecting her Disney career, it may have derailed her entire Hollywood trajectory.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
Once seen as an up-and-coming star, she is now viewed as a risky hire, with industry insiders questioning whether she can recover from this level of backlash. Disney now faces one of the biggest tests in its history. The Snow White brand, once untouchable, has been severely damaged. Fans are divided. While some are cautiously optimistic about a faithful reboot, others remain skeptical.
Disney responded by scaling back the premiere. I don't know that anyone really showed up to the premiere. The Rotten Tomatoes reviews are looking pretty bad, and they did, it seems like they tried to tweak a few things, but this movie is bad.
Can Disney truly return to its roots, or is this just another desperate attempt to salvage a sinking ship? One thing's for sure, Snow White 2025 isn't just a movie anymore. It's a referendum on Disney's ability to adapt, reflect, and listen to its audience. The stakes? Massive. If they fail again, it could mark the end of Disney's reign over the fairy tale genre. But if they get it right, it could be the redemption arc the company desperately needs. So, will audiences give Disney another chance? Or is this a fairy tale that even they can't rewrite? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you watch a faithful Snow White remake, or has Disney already lost your trust?